process of players playing digital games. When the user sat down, we told them, okay, we're going to give you a learning condition, so you're just going to learn the buttons and you're going to get used to the game. We made our own video game, and we put 3 artificial intelligence units in the game, and they're each progressively more difficult to kill. The red just took 1 shot and the white 5 and blue 10. Yes.
This one is blue, so I expect it to be hard. 10 shots, then it dies.
Then after they finish with the learning condition, we move to the test phase. And in the test phase, if you run into the red bot, say 10 times, 7 times it would take 1 shot to kill, and 3 times it would take 10 shots to kill. And so for the blue bot, 7 times it would take 10, and 3 times it would take 1.
This is the testing phase, so that sometimes it takes 10 shots to kill the red and 1 shot to kill the blue. See, it took 1 shot to kill.
The user would get used to the 1, 5, and 10, and when they run into a red bot that takes 10 to kill, yeah, that's negative reinforcement. Your brain tells you made a mistake. This is when the user ran into a red bot that took 10 shots to kill, so you get this major potential spike. As opposed to the blue, you run into a blue bot that only takes 1 to kill. That's more positive reinforcement, so you're saying, oh, that's awesome, I didn't make a mistake. So we basically see all green, which is just 0, no effect.
When the enemy dies is when the trigger starts, and when the next one spawns is when it closes. So we're only collecting the data of how people respond to the enemy's death. Alright, so this is the EEG cap that people would put on their heads. They put down an electrode gel to have as low resistance as possible, and then toothpick each hole to get the resistance down even more. And this is plugged into an amplifier, and the data that it collects looks like this a little bit. And when an event happens, you'll see a trigger, and it'll open up the port and say, this is important information, let's make sure we log this. And then the brain spike will happen, and we take that later offline and analyze it. The REU experience, I felt it was great.
You don't get to work with people outside of your discipline a lot, so that was a lot of fun.
I've loved it so far, and the structure of the program is really the strong point, because you're never wondering what you're going to do next. You have guidance, you have mentors to tell you, this is what you need to do, this is what you need to work on. But it's still challenging and not like they're holding your hand.
The high point, probably when we got back our data and we found out our study was a success.
I think the highlight are these presentations that we do now.